Welcome again to our new series, Gateway to Arabic Dialogues. Today's lesson, we are going to be looking at the exercises that are below the dialogue we studied in our previous class, which was Shaddul Habli. That means drawing of the rope. Shaddul Habli means drawing of the rope. So today's lesson, we are going to be doing the exercises that are below this dialogue. Now here we have the first exercise, and we have an instruction that says Istabdil kama fil mithalayn. Istabdil kama fil mithalayn means change according to the two examples. Istabdil kama fil mithalayn, it means change according to the two examples. So here we are provided with two examples to serve as a sample for us on how we are going to do the exercise. Now, before the two examples, we have a sentence that says Ta'ala ya Ahmad, which means come, O Ahmad. Ta'ala, that means come. Ya Ahmad means O Ahmad. And also the same sentence is being repeated. Ta'ala ya Ahmad means come, O Ahmad. Now in the first example, we have the word Kamalu in brackets, meaning here we are going to exchange the previous name with this new name. So now you are going to say Ta'ala ya Kamalu, which means come, O Kamal. So you are not going to say Ta'ala ya Ahmadu again. Now you say Ta'ala ya Kamal, which means come, O Kamal. Now, example 2, we have the word idhab, which means go. That is an imperative tense in the bracket, meaning here you are going to exchange the new imperative tense with the old one. So now you are going to exchange the word idhab with ta'al. So now you say idhab ya Kamal, which means go, O Kamal. Idhab ya Kamal means go, O Kamal. Now in the exercise, the first word we have is Hassan. So now you are going to exchange the old name with this new name. So now you say Idhab ya Hassan, which means go, O Hassan. Idhab ya Hassan means go, O Hassan. So this is how you are going to complete the exercise. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Here we also have an instruction that says Istakhdim aw kama fil mithalayn, which means use the word aw, which means or, according to the two examples. Istakhdim, that means use, aw, that is or, kama fil mithalayn, according to the two examples. Now in the first example, here we are provided with two words. So meaning we are going to use the conjugation, that is the word aw, to conjugate between the two words and also form a sentence. So meaning we are going to say Mawzatun aw tufahatun. That means a banana or an apple. Mawzatun aw tufahatun. A banana or an apple. So, and the response will be tufahatun, an apple. So now in the second example, we have the two words Ahmadun and Ismail. So now we are going to use the word aw, which means or, to conjugate between the two words. So we are going to say Ahmadun aw Ismailu. That means Ahmad or Ismail. And the response is Ismail. That is Ismail. So in the exercise, we have the two words Tilmidun and Ustaz. So we are going to say Tilmidun aw Ustadun, which means a student or a teacher. Tilmidun aw Ustadun, a student or a teacher. And the response will be Ustadun, a teacher. Then the next we have is Basimun and Hassan. So you are going to ask, you say, Basimun أو حسان. That means Basim or Hassan, and the response will be Hassan. So that is how you are going to complete the rest of the exercise. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Here we have an instruction that says حول كما في المثالين, which means change according to the two examples. حول كما في المثالين means change according to the two examples. So here we also have two examples to serve as a sample for us on how we are going to complete the exercise. Now in the first example we have the sentence هذا مدرس, which means this is a teacher. هذا مدرس means this is a teacher. Now in the second side of the sentences we have هذه مدرسة, which means this is a female teacher. Then example 2 we have هل أنت سعودي, which means are you a Saudi? Now in the second part we have هل أنت سعودية, which means are you from Saudi, that is referring to a female. So in this exercise what they want us to learn is how to refer to the masculine gender and also how to refer to the feminine gender. So in the first part of the sentence we have the sentences in masculine gender, and also in the second part of the sentences will be required to change them into the feminine gender. So in the masculine gender section we said هذا مدرس, which means this is a male teacher. Then the second section you say هذه مدرسة, which means this is a female teacher. So now when you are referring to the feminine gender, that is when you are referring to the female, you are going to use هذه instead of هذا. And also you are going to change the word مدرس to that is you are going to attach ta al-marbuta, that is the close tag, to the word mudarris in its terminal letter. So now you are going to say هذه مدرسة, which means this is a female teacher. Now in the exercise number 1 we have نعم أنا سعودي, which means yes, I am from Saudi. Now in referring to the feminine gender you say نعم أنا سعودية, that means yes, I am from Saudi. So now we are going to attach ta al-marbuta, that is the close tag, to the terminal letter of the word Saudi. So number 2 we have tilmidun aw mudarrisun, that means a student or a teacher. So in referring to the feminine gender you say tilmidatun aw mudarrisatun, that is a male student, a female student, or a female teacher. Number 3 we have هل هذا أستاذ, which means is this a teacher? So now you are going to say هل هذه أستاذة, which means is this a female teacher? Now number 4 we have نعم هذا أستاذ, which means yes, this is a teacher. Now in referring to this in feminine gender you say نعم هذه أستاذة, which means yes, this is a female teacher. So this is how you are going to complete the exercise. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Here we have an instruction that says هاتي أسئلة وأجوبة كما في المثالين, which means bring question and answer according to the two examples. Now in the first example we are provided with two countries, that is the name of two countries, which are Pakistan and Indonesia. So firstly we are going to say هل أنت باكستاني, that is using the first word which is Pakistan. هل أنت باكستاني, which means are you a Pakistani? Now we are going to say لا أنا أندونيسي, which means no, I am an Now you are going to also do the same thing to the feminine gender. So you say, Hal anti Pakistaniyatun? That are you a Pakistani? That is referring to the female. Then you say, La ana Indonesiyatun. No, I am an Indonesian. So that is the example. Now, in the exercise section, here we are provided with two names of countries, which are Misr and Lebanon. So firstly, you are going to say, Hal anta Misriyun? Then you say, La ana Lubnaniyun. Now you are also going to do the same thing with the feminine gender. You say, Hal anti Misriyatun? Then you say, La ana Lubnaniyatun. Now the next number we have As-Sumal and As-Sudan. So the first country you say, Hal anta Sumaliyun? Now with the second country you say, La ana Sudaniyun. Now you also do the same thing with the female. You say, Hal anti Sumaliyatun? Then you say, La ana Sudaniyatun. So this is how you are going to complete the rest of the exercise. So inshallah, here we are going to end our today's lesson. Inshallah, in our next lesson, we are going to continue with the next exercises before we go to the next dialogue. We hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you in our next lesson.